After sinking 118 hours into its great predecessor in 2013, I wasn't sure if I could get hooked again in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. Yet, after 20 hours, I can't stop playing. I want to fight more bosses, acquire more resources, and build incredible weapons and sets of armor. A new focus on making Monster Hunter a bit more accessible to new players hasn't caused this juggernaut to miss a beat, whether playing the solo campaign or with a 4-person hunting party in online multiplayer. Monster Hunter is best described as a greatest hits collection of boss encounters. Each beast has a unique fighting style and uses animated tells to allow you to stay safe and counterattack if you react quickly. The new lemur-like Kechawacha uses long arms to swing around stages and pop out to surprise unaware hunters. That fight is completely different from going up against the returning Yan Kut-Ku, which uses its bird-like beak to attack and recklessly plows right through hunters' attacks. Beating those monsters rewards you with resources, and then you construct cool new weapons and armor to slay more monsters. It's a fun loop that's kept fresh by smoothly increasing challenge and a huge variety of opposition and weapon and gear types. The only times that threaten to break the cycle are a few dull missions that send you to collect eggs. Most of that is carried over from the series, but Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate changes things up by adding interesting vertical thinking to the already staggeringly deep combat system. These more agile hunters can easily vault up surfaces or scramble up walls with a few button presses. It encourages moves like running, leaping, and bringing down a satisfying mid-air chop on creatures that hang out near a ledge. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate is better at introducing new players to the fine art of slaying monsters than any game in the series, but it could still do a better job of communicating some essential ideas. The sheer variety of weapons open from the start can feel overwhelming, and since Monster Hunter relies on mostly text to explain how they work, picking the right one comes down to a lot of trial and error. Once you land on the right one, the experience gets much better from there, but it definitely requires a little patience. Weapons deliver the same amazing variety they have in previous Monster Hunter games. Each of the 14 weapons have layers of depth and nuance to wrap your head around. The Insect Glaive has the speed and reach of a nimble longsword, but a bug assistant can be sent out to steal enemies' essences and provide buffs for speed, attack, and defense. The ability to pole vault at any time also makes it the coolest looking weapon of the bunch, but one that fits well with the more acrobatic combat. The mighty Charge Axe has equally impressive properties, including charged up attacks that deliver a satisfying wallop to enemies large and small. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate's diverse locations show improvement over the prior game. The bustling town of Valhalbar looks and feels significantly different from the Ashy Hearth. Each place and subsequent areas that open up feel much more connected than in previous Monster Hunter games. As your caravan of adventurers completes quests, the world changes to reflect your actions in the solo campaign. A few simple taps on the 3DS touchscreen can quickly switch you between solo play and local or online multiplayer, which is an improvement over previous portable versions of Monster Hunter. But since progression in solo campaign and multiplayer are counted separately, you have to repeat some of the most boring quests a second time. It's a tiny annoyance, but a unified system that counts these doubled up quests could really help here. Just when you think the fight is over in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, the next challenger steps in and ups the challenge for another satisfying round of combat and loot. Very few games can hook me in for 100 hours, but this installment adds enough new creatures, weapons, locations, and fighting moves to expand and reinvigorate my lust for the hunt. For more on Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, keep it right here on IGN.